Welcome back to the Level 7 Omega Protocol Mission 1 playthrough. When last we left off, it was now going to be the Overseer's turn. Our commandos have backed off all the way here, getting set to open maybe one or both of these doors. Our sentry drone is in guard mode, and there's a whole horde of aliens up around the corridor and in the room to the north. So let's go to the Overseer's dashboard and see what he's going to do. There's also a trip mine right here. So let's go to the dashboard and have a look. So we're looking at the dashboard for the Overseer, and he has a total of 16 adrenaline to spend. The first thing we need to do though is refresh the dashboard, and that's 2 comes out of this one and 2 comes out of this one, which means we're basically complete as far as the dashboard goes. Now, what can the Overseer do? Well, his aliens are clones are very far away. There's again another trip mine kind of in the way. So I think the first thing that the Overseer is going to do is cause a cave-in, which hopefully can do some damage to these guys and maybe get the Rifleman one away from being downed again. So we're going to spend 10 adrenaline and we're going to put it in the cave-in. And now let's go back to the board and see where the cave-in is going to happen. So we're back to the board and the Overseer has caused a cave-in. So we have our 1x2 tiles, 2 of them. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put one of the cave-in tiles right here to touch these 2 guys, and the other one I will put right here to make sure the leader gets hit. So those are the 2 cave-in tiles, and now when you do the cave-in tiles, everyone that is adjacent to them takes a 3 black dice melee attack. So we'll get the dice rolling device and we'll check out the rolls. So the first melee attack we will do against the Reconnaissance Specialist, and he has a melee defense of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Reconnaissance Specialist will be taking a wound. He's up to 2 wounds out of 5. The cave-in also affects the Rifleman, and that's only 1 hit, so there's going to be nothing happening to the Rifleman and our team leader. And that's 2 hits, so the team leader is unaffected. So the cave-in did a little bit of damage to our Reconnaissance Specialist. And that's basically, the Overseer has 2, 4, 6 adrenaline left to spend. And I think he is going to spend 2 adrenaline. He's going to move 2 separate clones. So let's go and look which clones he's going to activate. So the 2 clones he's going to activate is, the first one is this one right here. And he's going to move 1, 2, diagonally once, 3. Actually 1, 2, he'll move here for 3. He's going to stay away from the trip mine. And the second one, we'll move way up here. We'll have one of these warriors go 1, 2, 3, and 4 right in front of this door. And that's going to end the Overseer's turn. So we're going to, again, quickly go right into the Commando's turn and see if they can uncover the next room. So the first thing that happens on the Commando's turn, which I usually forget, is the time advances 1, so it's going from 6 to 7. And now we're going to go and do their turn order and get their stance cards laid out. So of course the first thing we need to do after the timer is transfer the adrenaline to the Overseer. So that big pile of adrenaline is going to go to the Overseer player. And this time I've decided to have the Reconnaissance Specialist go first, because I want him to open the door that he's adjacent to. Then we're going to have the Rifleman go, and then the team leader will go last. And as far as their cards go, I'm going to leave them the same, which gives them the maximum movement. So it'll be double time for Rifleman, and it will be reckless advance for both team leader and reconnaissance leader. So let's go back to the board now and have them do their actions. So first up we have the Reconnaissance Specialist. He is right here. I'm just going to have him at the start of his turn, turn around. He's right at the door, and so he's going to spend 1 adrenaline of a possible 5, and he's going to open this door. So let's see what's behind here. And we find that this is just an unlocked door. Remove this door from the board. Well, we do that after we see what is in the room. So next we have to look in the room, at the room cards and see what we have. So in priority order, look at that. We have found the A-lift. It is actually in this room. It says place the A-lift objective tile in this room's objective zone. So the objective zone for this room is off to the edge here. So we will take the A-lift tile and we place it here. So the commandos are extremely close to their objective. They need to get they all need to get on that tile, and they basically win the scenario. The next thing we have in the room, though, is we have a vent. It says place a vent marker in any tile in this room. Do not place it in a wall or objective space. So we're going to be placing a vent tile in the room. So I don't know. We'll put a vent tile right in the center of the room. And the last thing that is going to be showing up in this room is we have a vanguard. And the vanguard is spawned 2 warrior clones and 1 rogue clone in this room. So we need 2 warriors and 1 rogue. You see their little pictures there. So 2 warrior clones and a rogue. Here they are. I'm going to put the warrior right up front. He's leaning over for a shot. And actually I'm going to put both the warriors, actually 1 warrior back. I'm going to spread them out because the rifleman has that ability to shoot at adjacent targets. And we'll put the rogue clone right there. All right, so that was the first action, first adrenaline spent from the reconnaissance specialist. He has 4 left, but we're going to go over to the dashboard of the overseer because he's got something up his sleeve. One thing I do have to mention quickly here is that now that the office and the A-lift are both rooms have been exposed, the crisis point is actually triggered. I'll just read quickly. The crisis point is triggered at the start of the 8th round, which hasn't come, or after rooms containing both the office and A-lift objectives are revealed. So after the crisis point is triggered, add a black die to every clone's attack roll for the remainder of the game. In addition, at the start of each Overseer phase, the Overseer opens a door connecting a hidden room to the revealed section of the map and then resolves the room's cards normally. Discard the door marker with no effect. So basically what that means now, and also there's another effect. I should just read that quickly. After the room containing the A-lift objective is revealed, the speed stat of all clones becomes 7. So there's all kinds of stuff happening right here at the end game. I'm actually going to put a token on each of the clone cards to designate that they can move 7 spaces now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a surprise attack. So I'm going to have one of these warrior clones do a surprise attack right now as an interrupt. And I believe, I don't see why this couldn't happen in the rules, that I'm also going to use Frenzy. So we'll just go over and take a look at Frenzy as well. So here we are at Frenzy, and what Frenzy says is make an additional attack with an enemy during its combat action. Well, because the surprise attack is an attack combat action, I believe we can use Frenzy as well. It has a star beside the 6, which means it says reduce the cost of this ability to 2 if it's used on a clone. So I just need to spend 4 in here. So what that's going to mean is our warrior clone is going to get to shoot at somebody 2 times. Let's go back to the board and see what happens. So what we have now is this warrior clone is going to shoot at the rifleman 2 times, and he's going to get to use 4 black dice because he gets the +1 dice because the crisis point has been reached. Now the rifleman's ranged defense is only 3, and he already has 3 wounds on him. So let's take a look at the first shot from the warrior. And that's 1, 2, 3 hits. The rifleman is going to take 4 out of 5 possible wounds. And now he doesn't get an extra black dice because it's the same clone shooting at the same target. If it was a different clone shooting, he would get 1 extra black dice for attack. So we're still going to be using 4 black dice, 3 defense, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and we have a situation here. The rifleman has been downed. So what does that mean? It means we have to put one of these downed cards on the rifleman's stance card. And we'll take a quick look at it here. So it means he's downed. His movement is 2. His ranged defense is now only 3. His melee defense is 3. It says you can only perform move actions. Med packs have no effect on you. You cannot use this ability on your kit. You cannot use the abilities on your kit cards. So we're going to put a 5th wound marker on him. we're going to give him the downed stance card, and that is all the interrupts and all the exciting things that the Overseer was able to do. It is now back to the Reconnaissance Specialist, who has only spent 1 die, and the first thing he's going to do now is he is going to spend 2 of his adrenaline points, and he is going to shoot at this warrior clone, the one that just downed his fellow commander. And to do that, he is going to be using 1 red dice and 3 black dice. So let's see if the Reconnaissance Specialist can take down that warrior clone. His range defense is 3. 1, 2. Now his special gun ability, Burst Fire, you can re-roll 1 die from each attack with this weapon. So we'll re-roll the red die. So we have 2 hits and 3 hits, just enough to take down this warrior clone. He is gone. Now the Recon Specialist has 2 more actions left. He is going to spend 1 to move, and he can move 4 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's also going to spend 1 last adrenaline. He's going to try and get right off the map into the A-lift. He can move 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. He enters the A-lift. He exits play. Now he has the intel information on him. Not a very good move, leaving his buddy downed, but that's just the way it is. So the second up was going to be the Rifleman. The Rifleman cannot use any of his kit card abilities, so that means the sentry drone that's just sitting there is kind of getting no information. And the only thing that the downed Rifleman can do is move 2 spaces, and he only has 2 adrenaline to spend. So he'll just spend them both, and he will make his way as best he can. He's going to move first, 1, 2. He's going to move again, 1, 2. He's trying to get to that A-lift desperately. That's as far as he can get. Now we're up onto the team leader. And I'm sorry, I also forgot. When someone is downed, they are supposed to be replaced with a token. I believe that's his token there. A little hard to see. So this actually signifies that he's down. I guess he's crawling along in bad shape, trying to get to the A-lift. See if he can do it. All right, we're on to the team leader. Team leader has a speed of 4. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to take 1 adrenaline to move. He can move 4 spaces. He'll go diagonally once, 1, 2, 3, 4. He is now with his downed buddy. He can spend, boy, he's in a problem. He only has 4 to spend. He has to complete the mission. He spends 1 more adrenaline to move 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and sorry, Rifleman, he spends 1 more adrenaline, 3 of 4, to move off the A-lift and exit the game. So basically, the situation is the Reconnaissance Specialist and the team leader have exited the board. They have the information to win the scenario. You can read it here. Commando victory. The commandos win if they retrieve the data and more than half of the commandos exit through the A-lift objective marker. When a commando makes it to the A-lift tile, remove him from the map, he has exited. So what you've seen here is the team leader and the Reconnaissance Specialist have made it out. The Rifleman is downed in a bad situation and about to be overrun by clones. And that basically is the end of the playthrough. There's a lot more to this game than what you've just seen here. They're basically only looking at 2 of the clone enemies in the game. We also have these really cool looking guys here. These are the, I forget what they're called, fear clones, fear hunters. They're nasty. You have things like handler aliens. You have, I forget the name of these ones, another type. There's also Dr. Cronus. Also a very cool miniature. Lots and lots to this game. The other, the 2 guys that we didn't use for this playthrough, the Heavy on this side and forget this one on the other, but there's 5 commandos to be played. There's also in an upcoming mission, scientist that I'm sure you need to escort out or rescue, and that's another really cool mini. He's in like a hazmat suit. Very, very nice. Anyway, this is Level 7 Omega Protocol. This was Mission 1. And I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. I will probably be doing another series in the new year. Not sure what game I'll do next. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this channel, you like to see some playthroughs, please subscribe. You can like the video also. And I hope you learned a little bit about how to play the game, how it plays, what it looks like. And again, I said this is just the introductory scenario. There's lots more variety comes up. There's 9 scenarios total in this game. I really like this game. It's quite good. So there you have it. Thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you on our next series.